There we go. Took OBS a second to transition over. Hello, everyone. Welcome in for our first episode of Avatar Before the Ice Melted. I am very excited to finally get started on this. I have been sick every single week that we were supposed to start this, so it's been delayed quite a bit.
It was becoming concerning.
Yeah, like I had a bad fibro flare for episode, like the first session that we were supposed to have. And then I got the flu and was sick for 2 weeks after that, so it was awful. But we're finally here and starting, so I'm excited for that. Before we start, I'm going to say a few words about our sponsors, and then let everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll jump in. I'm just going to turn this music down just a touch. That's a little bit loud. That's better. So our sponsors are Fundamental RPG. It's a simple D20 system that's not tied to a genre, so you can use it to play any style of game that you'd like, from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. You can find that on Amazon. It looks like this. So if you just go on Amazon, search for Fundamental RPG, it should pull right up. And then if you want the PDF instead of the physical book, you can grab that at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled on the right-hand side of the screen. Right there above the viewer actions that you can do if you want to gift a player an advantage or disadvantage or crit or things like that. And then so that's Fundamental RPG. Our other sponsor is Die Hard Dice, which you can find at dieharddice.com. They sell amazing polymer metal dice sets and accessories. If you use the code FUNRPG, so FUNRPG, all capital letters, you can get 10% off of your entire order. Yeah, I highly recommend checking out their whole site because all of it's amazing. But currently I'm using this really amazing, it's like a dragon inspired set. It's called the Ember's Kazan set that they sent over to me. I'm trying to get that on the camera so you can see what it looks like. The lighting is reflecting off of these because they're metal just a little bit too brightly to see everything, but they are very gorgeous dice. I highly recommend them. And then if you want to catch up on any of the shows that we have on Twitch, you can do so right here. And then if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the YouTube channel, again, right here on YouTube, you can do it just in our playlist section on the channel. I think that is it for sponsor information. So we're going to do some introductions. We'll start at the top left with Hannah. Tell us a little bit about your character. Is it Somo? And then yourself?
Yeah, Tsomo. I'm not used to being first. That's usually Paladin's job. I'm usually like last. So hi everybody, I'm Hannah or Wohana. And today I'm going to be playing Tsomo, who is an airbender sent right before the Fire Nation kind of came after their specific temple to protect a sacred airbending scroll. And let's see how badly I mess that up right from minute one.
I'm going to test something real quick because I think my...
Nice.
Tech issues are a normal part of Twitch life and now YouTube.
It does look like it's picked up now.
Tech issues are a normal part of Twitch life and now YouTube.
It does look like it's picked up now.
I get around that by not paying attention.
Curse you.
We're just building at this there. You know, it's
supposed to do that at the
Hardly
end of the
anytime.
series. We're supposed
Yeah,
to do it
when
at
you're
end of
done doing the
series,
tech stuff, then.
Yeah. I'm in the end of the broadcast, like right before we sign off.
Oh,
We're just
yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh,
Whoa,
That was odd.
that is way too many of my voices. Nobody needs to hear that. We have angered the gods with our insolence.
always angering the gods with our insolence.
Yeah, you'd think
They should just
be
give us a
less
manual.
insolent.
If they sent like, here's a manual, here's how you don't piss us off, it would make life a lot easier.
I
They
think
do that.
Testing
sometimes
one,
they
two,
try
three.
that,
Gods with our
but
insolence.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
You think
They
it's
should
terrible.
just give
Be
us a
less
manual.
insolent.
If they
Works
sent
terrible.
like, here's a
Their
manual,
editors
here's
are
how
just
you don't piss.
awful.
Yeah, editors.
They
Yeah.
need better editors. Yeah, the gods need far better editors.
There needs to be that thing that happens in video games or when you're at the computer and it's like, are you sure you want to do this? That prompt.
Yeah.
And then you can be
But
like,
you know what?
are you sure you want Tango? Us? Yes or no?
I'd settle for like Clippy or something, like
Yeah.
something like popping up like the.
Hey, it looks
I
like
see
you're trying to be insolent.
Clippy.
Give me 1 second here.
Why Clippy?
I'm in the end of the broadcast, like right. Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna try this now. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 test with just my voice. Yay, I fixed it. Okay, cool. Let me get everybody else in here.
Hooray.
All right, awesome.
Whoa, that's crazy.
The joy. Oh my god.
Wow.
It's quite terrible.
So I think I need a new cable for my microphone. I think it's disconnecting slightly, and then OBS automatically goes to turn the monitoring of it off, and so it doesn't actually go out. But now it's working. So I'm going to very quickly repeat what I said about sponsors, which is Fundamental
Do
RPG.
this again.
It's a really cool tabletop system. It's a simple D20 system. It's not tied to a genre, so you can use it for any style of game that you want to play. You can find it on Amazon or at coffee.com/raven, like it's spelled on the right-hand side of the screen. And then those awesome dice that I was showing off before that you couldn't hear me talking about, these ones right here, are the Ember Kazan set from Die Hard Dice. Highly recommend checking them out. dieharddice.com. If you use the code FUNRPG, all capital letters, all one word, you can get 10% off of your order. And just go check out all the stuff that they have as well, because it's all amazing. And then if you want to catch up on any shows that we have on our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/RAVVYN, you can do so here on our playlist section, as well as shows that we have streaming here live on YouTube as well. All right, so that was everything that you missed me saying. And then Hannah, I'm sorry, were you done with your intro before that happened?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So next we'll hop over to Paladin. Tell us a little bit about Nariyoshi and yourself.
Hi everybody, I am Paladin Hulk, Twitch moderator, not a YouTube moderator, for Random Tuesday, Little Red Dot, and Postscripted. And today I am playing an ex-Fire Nation soldier called Nariyoshi Ito. He is not a firebender anymore because of trauma. And I have a kid to raise. And I'm pointing the troll, but that's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of, B, tell us a little bit about your character and yourself.
I'm Troll and Prettiest Princess. I do stuff and things. The Neon Devils is a thing that I help with the comic. Search for that on the webtoons, something that we do. I am playing, apparently I don't remember the name because I have two different names here. There's a different name on my character sheet than I apparently gave to Raven. And I don't remember which one I wanted to use, so we're going to go with the one that's on the screen. So I'm Kwang Lee, whose parents died in a firebender attack. he kind of barely survived. He survived. He's grown up a little bit, kind of as Noriyoshi's sort of ward, as he's kind of given up his ties to the Fire Nation, and he's made this little mask out of like some of the clothes he could gather from his parents, and he basically uses that because he tries to sneak out as often as possible to go to those earthbending fights. So he basically considers himself something akin to like a Mexican wrestler. And he actually, except for to like clean it, he never actually takes the mask off in front of people, because it's the whole thing there. Yeah, it's actually from Mexican wrestling. It's a whole deal.
Very cool. Next, we've got Anina. Tell us a little bit about Vespora and yourself.
Hi there, I'm Anina Keski. I'm an actor and writer and D&D actual player, whatever that's called. That was awkward. I apologize. I have a YouTube channel called The Awkward Actress, where you can watch my sketches, some short films I've written,
They're fun.
things like that. And also, apart from here, I also play on the Bardic Quest. That's another YouTube channel you should watch, where I play a Viking fighter called Saga. She's badass. But today, I am playing Vespora. She's your standard annoying 15-year-old waterbender girl who's on a bit of a jaunt with her grandma from the Water Nation. So they're merchants. She's here, and she's looking for anything that isn't Water Nation, because Water Nation's boring. There.
Awesome. That just leaves me. I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related or adjacent. You can check out my link tree, which is just linktr.ee/the Raven, like it's spelled below my face here, which is also my Twitter. So you can check out my stuff there. And then I am the GM for this game, so I will be playing all of the NPCs that we run into, including Vespora's grandmother, which will be very interesting. She'll show up later. Yeah, let's jump into it. So we're going to start off with Somo. You are, as we mentioned in our session 0, one of the air nomads. You've been entrusted with a very important scroll. And I'm trying to remember, was that, did we decide it was like the history of your people or something else?
Yeah, it was like a historical, like, and practices, cultural kind of scroll.
Awesome.
Big.
And this is, for those familiar with Avatar: The Last Airbender, we're set about 10 or so years before that starts. So yeah, the air nomads are pretty sparse, if at all. And you found your way to a remote part of the Earth Kingdom. Let's say that let's put it at early morning. Perhaps you're waking up and picking up your campsite, getting ready to make your way on, when you hear some rustling coming from some of the trees around your little campsite. It's still a little ways off, but it definitely sounds like something large. What do you do?
I'm going to immediately sling my giant scroll holder onto my back. And kind of maybe from behind a bush, take a peek in the direction of the noises.
Okay. Let's do a roll for that. And I am still getting used to the particular terms of the Avatar Legends system over what I'm used to the most with Powered by the Apocalypse being Monster of the Week. So you've got your equivalent of looking around.
I guess it's either going to be like assess a situation, or there is under rely on your skills and training the gain new insight, but I'm not.
Okay, yeah.
100% sure.
Let's do rely on your skills and training. There we go. Now I've got the basic moves pulled up. So a 9, so mixed success. So as you peek out over some bushes and take a look around, you are able to see that there's definitely some soldiers heading your way, and it looks like they're wearing Fire Nation uniforms. You are in the Earth Kingdom, so seeing Fire Nation soldiers would be a little unusual. Not unheard of, but they definitely are not what you expected to see here. You do spot them, and they are a ways off, but unfortunately, they happen to spot the top of your head poking up over the bushes, and one of them calls out, "There's someone over there! Go check it out!" And about 4 of those soldiers start heading in your direction.
Oh, I am hoofing it. It's time to just go.
All right. They start chasing after you, and you can hear the sound of basically fireballs just whizzing from behind you, hitting trees, and then there's all of a sudden, the boom of branches cracking as the sap inside of it superheats and expands. And
is there like anywhere I can see that would be a good like hiding spot?
Yeah, as you're running away, there's a lot of branches and bushes and things that kind of snag on your clothes, and in one of those seconds where you stop to untangle yourself, you do spot through a tiny little like rabbit trail in the forest. You can see where there's a little sort of hill that has a sort of cave kind of carved into it. Probably an old outlet for underground water or something like that. It's not very large, and it's kind of hard to spot. You just happen to see it because you paused for a moment. But that looks like a pretty good hiding spot.
Fantastic. I'd like to go over there, stuff my scroll in there, and then make a show of going in another direction.
Okay. Let me have you do a let's see. Let's do rely on your skills and training again.
So I could even like do a little bit of fancy footwork airbending to get myself away from the area as quick as possible.
Heck yeah.
Oh, heck.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and describe how you airbend yourself out of the situation.
So Somo runs over to the hiding spot, kind of shoves the scroll case as far in as they can get it, and is like, okay, this looks good enough. And then takes out their riding staff and does like a little gust up into the air, directly past where they saw them, and was like makes a whole show of going like, oh no, and then just starts like the kind of Aang wind running that he would do, like very swift, like along the sides of things.
Perfect. Yeah, as you do that, you were very successful in getting their attention and pulling it away from that cave. There are some fireballs that shoot up into the air. That loud sort of whoosh noise as these fireballs narrowly miss you.
Hey, watch it! I just got these robes!
You hear muttering and cursing coming from the ground below. And as near as you can tell, it was a little hard to tell exactly how many soldiers were chasing you, but you're pretty sure at least most of them are following you now. But you have a really good head start, and you're confident that you're going to be able to get away and hide
Is there like a town anywhere nearby if I like kind of get up higher for one jump?
That's a great question. Yeah, you're able to get way up there in the air enough to get a good look around, and you can see that maybe 3-4 miles at most, a healthy walk away, is a small Earth Kingdom town. It's a port, so it is on the water, and it looks like it's probably primarily like a fishing and trade village. So mostly you'll see a lot of like little fishing piers coming off of it, as well as a pretty big for a small town area where there are ships coming and going. And you can see a big road coming off of the back of the village that goes towards the interior of the continent that you're on.
I'm starting off real strong by immediately airbending in front of Fire Nation soldiers.
It's always a good decision.
Super subtle. Super
Go
subtle.
team!
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm going to start heading for the town that I'm hoping I can blend in a bit.
All right. Yeah, you were able to make it to the town. The town, of course, being Earth Kingdom, has a nice big stone wall around it. But you are able to just glide right on over that and sneak in. No problem. And we'll pause there on Somo, and we're going to go to Nariyoshi, and I am terrible at pronouncing names that start with a Q. How do you pronounce that again?
Quan Li.
Kwangli.
Quan Li.
Uh,
At least as I understand it, that's what I'm going to go with until I am corrected
Can
or
just
look it up
Google
myself.
it and be like, how do I pronounce?
perfect.
Yeah, that's like effort. You know.
You're already on the internet.
Yeah, but like fingers have to.
That's an extra one button push. That's
Oh my
too
goodness.
much.
It's too much. It's too much. It's just it kills me on the inside and the outside.
And it's Jeeves's day off, so we're just
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of,
Exactly. Jeeves has had a day off for the last like 20 years.
That's true. That makes me feel old. Oof.
That's fair.
Anywho's it's speaking of danger. So the two of you are outside the city, doing whatever it is that you would like to be doing outside the city. Maybe you're foraging, maybe you're just going for a walk, whatever.
So
it
we're in the
happens to be.
woods. We're
Yeah.
in the woods.
So you're in the woods right outside the town, and you see giant fireballs up in the sky. Now, I imagine the two of you are going to have very different reactions to that sight. It looks like
Yeah.
for Nariyoshi, you know what that is, but for Kwang, you probably would think it looks like
I think-
fireworks and exciting.
Well, I think I probably know. Like I've been with Dorioshi enough to know what it is, but I still think that his immediate response is going to be trying to run towards it.
Okay.
Like in case people are hurt or they're just bullies and I need to can't deal with bullies. Literally, it's one of my whole things is I don't put up with bullies.
We're already in conflict. My thing is to get you to safety.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
All right. So
I'm a little punk kid. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, so we have that moment where we look at each other, and I convey to you that I am scared, and we're gonna run, and you're like, nope, and then you
I'm
go
like,
and run.
oh yeah. We're running that way. We're gonna run that way because we got some bullies to go kick their ass off.
Do you just go, or is this a
I
discussion?
think I'd probably just start running. The discussion is the look. You're just like I'm just like.
Right. Then as you take off, I'll shout, "Kung!" Your name after you, and then I'll chase.
all right. Just for kicks and giggles, Paladin, could I get a rely on your skills and training roll to see how far behind Kwang you are?
Let's find out. Full
Not
success.
very.
So
Nice.
yeah,
So you are right on his heels.
I'm like, did I make this character correctly? What's going on? Okay, well.
So the two of you stumble upon this at roughly the same time. You can see there is this really small cave carved into this little hill that's out in the forest. And there is a tree on fire right next to it. And that firelight causes something inside to sort of glint, a little shiny thing that Kwang Yu noticed right away.
Okay. I'm not sure what this would be, but I want to try and move some either like dirt or sand or something just to like throw it on the flames and then go for the shiny thing.
Okay. Yeah, let's do let's just do a straight up creativity roll.
Okay. I'm really glad I boosted that. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how to do this right now. But this, okay, so what do I do to roll?
Just the
There's
creativity.
a dice button next to the word in the basic moves reference.
Okay, I mean the basic.
And right below that is creativity, focus, harmony, and
Okay.
passion, and that's what we're looking for.
Okay.
There's also a dice next to that.
It gave me an input value question.
Yeah, I hate those.
So.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
for now, 0. It's just
Yes,
if we
0.
happen to have like +1s forward or anything.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense there.
It's a mixed success. Yeah, so you do manage to put out the fire. However, instead of just picking up sand, you also picked up a couple of large, like boulders type rocks. And so you've put out the fire and also knocked the tree over. So that tree's toast, but you saved the others around it.
Excellent. Now I'm gonna bolt to the shiny thing before I get yelled at.
All right. You can see in the cave that there is a shiny sort of some kind of gem that's roughly key-like. Hannah, would you like to describe the details of what this looks like, since this was on your scroll?
Yeah, it's a kind of a thin silver key where the key part is just a key, but then on the end is like very mimicking the air swirls, the 3 air
Okay.
swirls.
Ooh. Yank.
Yeah.
Pocket.
And it's just, it's sitting on the ground where you grab it. There's some sort of like fancy rope or perhaps a chain that you can tell that it was that it's on, that probably was attached to something. It looks like it's been broken. So yeah, you scoop that up. There doesn't seem to be anything else of interest in the cave. It's slightly damp. There's some water trickling down the back wall of this little cave, but aside from that, it's empty.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. I guess I'm gonna run back and figure.
I will catch up to you at this point.
Yeah. I've gotten away with the one good thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna push my luck.
Like, I will have stayed outside for like a moment to put out any remaining embers. And then I chase after you, and I catch up to you as you're just standing looking in that cave, like, okay, what's going on? I haven't noticed you picking up the thing. I pick you up and push you against the wall. And I'm like, Kwang, what are you doing? You cannot take on the entire Fire Nation soldiers by yourself.
I have to try.
No one can defeat the Fire Nation army.
I'm
You
not.
will only die.
Do we know the entire army is there? Because we don't.
If
we
they
don't
are
know.
not, then they soon will be. If you take out one, 10 more will take their place.
That's a really solid strategy. Where do they get that many people? Like that's a quick movements.
Yeah, the draft.
I have no idea what that means, but the way you said it makes me think it makes sense.
Every man, woman, and child has to go into the army at some point.
That would do it.
Do you understand? You are not just fighting these few soldiers. You are fighting the entire Fire Nation.
Okay.
We cannot just go running in. Whoever they are after, we can help them by being quiet.
Okay.
They are not in here, yes?
No, there was just the big tree fire. There's nothing in here.
Good work putting out that tree. That would have taken out the entire forest.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to do that.
Let us see if there are any more fires we have to put out.
Okay.
But we will be quiet and stealthy. They cannot see us. If they see you are a bender, they may do something.
As you're having that conversation, could I get a focus roll from both of you?
That's funny.
All right.
Nope. You cannot.
All right. So for Kwong, that is, yep, that's a fail roll. So go ahead and do you mark experience in this for failed rolls? I can't
I
remember.
don't think so. I don't remember what the experience is.
Does experience exist?
I think it's,
there's
these
growth.
growth questions. So,
Let's see
So
here.
no, you only get growth from answering those questions.
yeah, I did, however, stop
Okay,
a dangerous threat. I did stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem.
Okay, yeah,
Could I
so you
put
can
it
get a growth
both?
for that, for
Yeah.
sure. Okay, interesting. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is my first experience with the Avatar Legends,
It's all of our firsts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
because it's a brand new
It's interesting
system,
so far. Yeah.
and yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm running into that. It's just similar enough to what I'm used to that
Yeah.
I keep mixing up the rules in my head. So this is going to be fun to learn. Okay, so it's a failed roll though, so you don't hear anything. Maybe you've got sand in your ears or something, but you don't hear anything at all.
I'm just going.
For Nariyoshi, with a mixed success, as you're talking and saying, we need to be stealthy and quiet, you hear voices coming from deeper in the forest. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but you can tell that, let's see, with a mixed success, you can tell that they're moving away from the town. You can't make out specific words, but just by tone and inflection and things, it sounds like they're saying to, move out, sort of retreat before they're discovered.
I can hear them. I think they are moving away from the village.
That's good. That's good.
Stay in here a moment longer, and then we will go and see if there's any more fires we have to put out. I cannot believe they have advanced so far already.
I'm given the level of concern that I'm seeing from him, I'm going to put up a little or try and put up just a little wall and still see through, like a crack to see through, but a little wall so there's more protection. The cave is a little less obvious.
Okay. Let me have you roll the trick basic move. So on this sheet, it's right above creativity where the basic moves reference is, and then you can just click the button right there.
Man,
I just like that there's a trick but no treat. That seems that's just cruel.
It's hurtful. It's hurtful.
Serve a little treat.
Did that not? Oh, okay. It's going back through.
Okay.
Okay.
So you try to put the wall up, but instead it kind of just ends up closing the cave. So it kind of grabs the walls on the front and just sort of smushes them together like a sandwich. So you've closed off the cave, but it's not exactly hidden. It's just not really a cave
close.
Anymore.
Yeah, it's yeah. And we might be running out of air.
Oh, are you still inside the cave?
I mean, that's
Yes.
yeah.
Okay,
That's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to hide. Is if they could run by, we could see through the little crack.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it's very dark now. It's pitch
Yeah,
black.
Okay.
I give you a look, but none of us can see it because we don't have dark vision.
So I'm going to assume it's a look of pride at community.
It is not. No.
Yep, can't prove it.
And with that,
I'm just glad you're taking the threat seriously.
Yeah.
I think that's an excellent moment to
One thing at a
pause on those two and head over to the port,
Yeah.
where a Water Nation ship is pulling in, a nice big cargo ship full of some type of commodity. Whatever you would like for there to be on the boat there, Anina.
Oh God, don't give me these kinds of responsibilities.
I mean, we
I've
can help.
forgotten everything that ever existed now.
It could be scrimshaw things.
Or furs.
Yeah.
Furs
Yeah,
are good.
furs.
Furs are good.
Yeah, furs. There we go. There's furs on there.
Rare furs.
All right.
I
That would make a lot of sense. given where
totally
you're
thought
coming
about
from.
that myself.
Yeah, and perfect. So a ship full of furs and things to trade.
Yep.
It's pulling into the port, and you find yourself seemingly alone on the deck of the ship. What's going through
Okay.
your head as you
I'm
approach?
just anxiously awaiting until we're close enough, and then I'm going to jump over onto the port.
Okay.
I'm just like this. Can't wait.
Are you not driving the boat?
No, I'm not.
Is this the
driving.
Forrest Gump
who's gonna
thing where he
tie
dives
off the
off and
boat?
it crashes?
I assumed there was other people.
There are other people on the boat. Yes.
There you go.
No, as far as
I'm
not
not
driving
ramming
the boat.
the boat into the port.
Ramming speed.
I'm just imagining Vesper jumping off in the boat, like smashing and setting on fire behind her. She's
Also,
just like,
I am
"Excellent."
15. Why would they give me command of a boat?
I sort of thought you.
Why did they
stole
give the
thing,
13-year-old magical powers? Like, this is not a responsible setting.
We didn't choose to give the 13-year-old magic powers. It
Yeah.
just happened.
It
Yeah,
could have
no.
been in the universe where you get a magical rat and then you have to leave the house for like years and years.
Yeah.
That's
Wander
Vespora,
the-
That's
yeah.
fair.
Vespora is not the Water Nation Zuko over here, so no,
No.
she's not commanding the boat. So right as you're about to jump, you know, you're tense and you're getting ready to make that leap as soon as you think you can reach it. Seemingly from out of thin air, your grandmother, Nanya Asado, appears right next to you and goes, "Why are you so impatient, little one?"
Jesus Christ, Grandma.
Ooh.
You have to listen
guy
better
that
if you
works
want
at-
to hear me
Guy,
approaching.
you know, works at the deli.
Avatar Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No. He's a deli worker. He's just really good. He's really well liked deli worker. He makes the best corned beef sandwiches. Best corned beef.
Why?
Yes.
Why is Vespora's grandmother a deli worker guy?
No. I'm talking about Jesus. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
is her grandmother Jesus?
No,
No.
I'm
Okay.
so confused. But that's
Insert
what
another
happens.
exclamation to what I just said.
You did this when you invited me to the game.
How are you so quiet? You're like 104.
Oh, I'm not quite that old.
I can't wait. It's been such a long trip, and I can see it. We're almost there.
And she just sort of chuckles and pats you on the top of the head. It's like, patience, young one. I keep telling you, you must learn patience.
Just don't pat me on the head. I'm not a child anymore.
Of course you aren't. Well, looks like we're close enough now. You can hop off and go have fun. Don't run off too far.
I won't.
And she pretty much leaves you to go explore the town, and she handles the directing people where to unload things and whatnot. And so she's busy with the ship. You find yourself without your chaperone that you've had for quite a while now, alone in the quote-unquote big city of this small shipping town.
She's walking around with like massive wide eyes going, oh my god, everything's exciting.
There's not even any ice anywhere.
Yeah.
Nothing is frozen.
As you're walking around, wide-eyed and taking in all the sights and everything, you hear the sound of like a thud, like wind rushing, and then an impact, like something just fell off the city wall, just sort of behind one of the buildings.
Well,
Don't
she'll
know if
do
I've
that
just
thing where
fallen
she's like,
into
what?
a bunch of barrels and was like, ah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Are you okay?
Ah, what? Yeah. Fine, I'm fine. Like someone like gets up, starts dusting themselves off, like totally normal. This is totally normal.
Nothing weird about this.
Hi.
Ow. Hi. That looked like it hurt.
What? It looks like it hurt.
Falling. Crash.
So like kind of kicks at the barrels behind them. It's like, what crash? I'm fine.
Are you a criminal?
What? No.
I just thought because you were, hiding and
I'm not hiding.
falling. Look,
Are you a criminal?
No, I'm not. I'm not that cool. No, I just came in from the port.
I just
Big water nation boat.
Oh.
Furs. Boring stuff. Tell me about you.
I'm Somo.
Hi. I'm Vespora.
Good strong water nation name. I think.
Thanks. So, did you come from over there? Did you jump?
No one could jump that high. That's ridiculous.
I mean, we're in a dead end. The only way down is, the only way here is down, because he didn't come from over there, where I came from. So
I was sleeping in those barrels. I'm homeless.
you have really nice clothes for a homeless person.
I'm newly homeless.
I'm I just got kicked out this morning. Are there like any windows in this alley?
I mean, if you
Probably.
if you come to the port, we can help you. Come on.
Okay. So I was like, water tribe child. I guess that I could blend in with them.
Yeah.
I am absolutely living for how awkward the interaction between Sobo and Vespora is. It's so good.
So has like been dealing with air nomads their entire life.
It's so good.
First time sent out, immediately is found by Fire Nation soldiers. Like, how am I so bad at everything? Right, so
hey, you're pretty good at being found by Fire Nation soldiers.
That's true.
I'm sure that will be a very useful skill.
You never know. So yeah, if two of you head back to port, you can you can see people unloading all the furs off of Vespora's ship. There's some folks fishing off of some of the other piers. It's a relatively quiet, sort of lazy afternoon for the town. There's not a lot of people moving around or rushing anywhere. Even the people unloading the boat seem to be taking their time with it. And you can see smoke off in the distance from where you came from. Clearly there are some fires burning out there. And both of you can see this.
Fire Nation.
Are you Fire Nation? Is that
No.
you? Oh, sorry. You didn't tell me, so.
I mean, I could just not be a bender at all.
I mean, it's safe to say you are one now, so just tell me.
You're water tribe, right?
Yeah.
I'm an airbender.
That's so cool. That's really cool. Don't worry.
You can't tell anyone.
I won't. I promise. But you're gonna have to get a lot better at lying. Because I'm really good. But come on. My grandma knows what to do in any situation. I'm sure we can help you. Were you running from the, Fire Nation?
I mean, they don't exactly like other benders, do they?
No. From what I've heard, anyway. It's my first time here.
Yep. Me too.
That's so cool. Come on.
Are you a bender as well?
Yeah, not that it counts because I'm only a water bender. It's so boring. Ooh, look, ice. So boring. But yeah, I am.
Waterbending is a very noble ability.
Yeah, that's what everyone says, but why did it have to be water? It's so uncool.
No, I think water is literally cool.
Yeah, but not like cool.
Like I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing.
Not
something
temperature cool, like when something's like cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Like awesome.
I don't even know. What are kids these days learning?
So you're having this conversation on your way to the ship, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I loved that. When you reach the ship, Vespora, your grandmother is there on the deck, directing people where to go and giving people constructive criticism on how they're handling crates. Very tactfully, actually. But still,
put your back into it. Don't put your back into it. Use your legs.
Yeah. Bend your knees.
Yeah. It's all very like kind tone and everything. There's just a lot of it. But she seems to be busy doing that and doesn't seem to notice the two of you come on board, at least right away.
Is that your grandma?
Yeah, that's my grandma.
She talks
Grandma!
And she turns around. She's like, I know I'm old, but you don't need to shout.
I found a stray.
I'm not
I said I'd help her.
What?
So she turns around, notices you, Somo, and for Vespora, let me have you roll focus.
Focus. Okay.
But Somo, you absolutely notice her eyes get a little wider and that spark of recognition. And Vespora, with a mixed success, you also notice her eyes get a little wide, but perhaps maybe not the recognition part. But you can tell that your grandmother is very interested in this situation. But she looks at you, Somo, and quickly, after a moment of sort of regaining her composure, moves over to you a lot faster than you would expect an old lady to move, and gently puts a hand on your back, and says, "Come, let's get you, into some warmer clothing. It's not particularly cold where you are, so that seems a little odd, but she definitely seems to want to get you into a different outfit." And she looks to Vespora and says, They may be conspicuous in their current clothing in this area, so let's perhaps do perhaps they could borrow some of your clothes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I hope you like blue.
Temperature cool or the other cool?
Not the ones I'm wearing, silly. I've got other clothes.
You have extra clothes that you're not wearing?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're homeless. Yeah, I've got loads. Like the ship is literally filled with clothes.
With all your clothes?
Not all mine, but just
That's a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
Seems a bit unnecessary.
I mean, who's gonna wear the same thing every day?
You're like,
Anyway, try this. And she just throws something.
Just imagining it like goes over their head, and like as so was like wrestling it off their head, their like hair shifts, and there's clearly the airbender arrows going on there. It's like,
Yeah, knew it.
I literally told you. What? Oh shoot!
I know, but you tried to do the whole, oh no, I just sleep in barrels routine. You gotta
pretty
get
original.
better at lying.
I'm not used to lying. Where I come from, I don't need to lie. Fine. So like someone like disappears into the cabin or something to go change.
Okay. So, given what Water Nation clothing looks like and the abundance of furs and pelts and things on the boat, what type of outfit does Somo come out wearing?
They would have searched for the least ostentatious, not like any furs if they could manage it, the most muted blues. If they could find some grays, that would be great.
Okay.
But like just very simple.
A burlap sack. A famous gray burlap sack. It's poncho.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're able to find all of that, and as soon as you step
I don't want
out,
too many layers, because then it makes it harder to bend and fly around. It's got to be light.
it's true. Yeah, you're able to find mostly like cloth. It's probably like what's the word for it? Duck cloth, like canvas, like coated canvas type material. Cotton for the parts that are, mostly touching your skin, but a lot of it is reinforced like that, to protect against water and weather. But yeah, you're able to put together a very simple outfit, mostly muted grays and the less vibrant blues out of all the ones that you could find. And as presumably the both of you head back out of the ship, before you reach the deck of the ship, Somo, you feel something plop down on your head. And as you turn around, you can see Grandma Nanya has put a sort of canvas material hat. It's like, don't want your ears to get cold. Make sure you keep that on.
Right. He just like slowly pulls it down.
And she leans in over your shoulder, Somo, and just loud enough for you to hear whispers. The tattoos are kind of conspicuous. You want to keep those hidden.
So like pulls the sleeves further down, so they're kind of like mostly covering their hands. It's like, yep.
And she pats your head and hands you a handkerchief. She's like, here, this could come in handy. And it looks like just a normal sort of handkerchief that would be very functional and useful. And sort of embroidered in the middle of it is a large white lotus flower.
Okay.
And then she sends the two of you off on your way and suggests, why don't you, it looks like maybe there was lightning or something, started some fires out there. Why don't the two of you go check that out and maybe put those out, Vespora?
Yeah. Come on, let's go. And she'll grab her hand.
And before you leave, Vespora, your grandmother hands you a water skin full of water.
Thanks, Grandma. I'll see you later.
She waves you off, and the two of you find yourselves in the forest. And Somo, you come across the spot where the cave was, except where the cave was, it's now like a tiny little like seam in the hill. There's no real opening, and the two of you could swear that you hear voices coming from inside the hill.
Angry voices.
What's that? Can you hear that?
You please open a door.
Ah!
You tried to do this in the dark. It's impossible.
It's talking.
I think
Hello?
there's people.
Hello.
I want to try something
Sure.
first. 'Cause I'm sure this is something that he would have tried at some point. Wants to see if he can just focus and sort of feel like nearby what's going on through the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do.
Yeah,
Assess a situation.
that's the situation. Yeah, definitely need. As soon as I get more, I need to keep raising my creativity because everything I want to do is on creativity.
8. Awesome. So mixed success. You can definitely tell that there are two people outside. And just by the vibrations, you can tell they're smaller.
Can I tell like if there's like if they seem, because I know like an armored boot fall is going to sound different than just like normal shoes. Is that...
Yeah.
One is extremely light.
Okay.
Yeah. You can definitely tell.
One is a teenage
Okay.
size, teenage girl size, short.
Yeah, you can tell that they don't seem like Fire Nation heavy boots and marching movements.
There's some people out there. They're not Fire Nation though.
Well, that is good.
Yeah, they're like well, like you were telling me at the time with the boots. They have the heavier boots.
They do.
These are all like way too light.
Well, I am
there.
very curious to find out which of our village friends has come to find us.
Okay.
Can you please open a door?
Okay, I'm gonna try and yell loud enough to tell them to back away, because I can't guarantee that this isn't gonna, explode.
So yeah, Somo and Vespor, you definitely hear a voice saying, "Back away."
Someone's gonna like grab Vespora and do a little air hop back.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
Okay, now I'm going to bust the thing I made. Probably just flat out violence, like
Okay.
just blast it out.
Let's go with
I cast
passion.
violence.
Let's go with passion for this then, if you're
Okay,
doing it that way.
action.
Nice.
9.
So yeah, you the face of this hill just explodes, and small rocks and
Oh!
pebbles
I didn't tell you to
Fly.
explode the whole thing.
everywhere.
You said open a door and you were yelling at me. That meant speed, and speed means explosions.
It could have
I
hit them.
keep telling you this. Speed means explosions.
We're gonna talk about this later. Are you two all? Huh?
Sure, we will.
Water Nation. What are you doing here?
Hi.
Never mind. There are fires in the forest. You can help.
Yeah, we
That's what we're
came
here
to,
for.
Good. The two of you are waterbenders then.
Yes, we are. And I nudge. So
Yes, I am here to water bend fires out.
All right. I'm gonna get some sand and stuff just in case I can't make any. So
You guys were in that cave, huh?
yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna run over and
Is
start.
there any?
We
was
were
there
hiding
anything-
from the Fire Nation soldiers.
Did you find anything else in that cave?
I've run over and I'm shoving my
That?
the all the pockets that don't have the key in it. I'm shoving full of sand.
All right.
We couldn't see anything. It was dark.
Go to
Like tightened up my pants. There's like up to like the knee. I'm just full of sand.
were
to the
were they chasing you? Are they chasing you? You
I
know,
don't think so.
I mean, we're really good about.
Oh, you're
not
asking
getting on their radar.
us, right? Or
yeah,
asked-
you two.
No, we got like we're really okay. We are really good at remaining unnoticed, as long as I actually do what he says.
But we don't have time for all this conversation.
Yes, let's go find some fire.
Forest fire. We rely on this forest for many things.
My
As soon
pants
as,
full
like,
of sand now.
the two of them leave, someone's gonna like dive for the cave.
Yeah.
Like, what are
Sarah?
you doing? We don't need to go in the cave.
Yeah, we
Now
need to go
forest
put it
fires.
out. We need to go
Put
put it
out the
out.
cave?
Oh
You need
no!
to put out the cave.
You're okay. They're not
Step in
here.
something.
Gone. Miss Barrett's gone.
What's gone? What's gone?
I had one job.
What happened? Tomo, tell me what happened.
Can we just discuss this when the forest isn't burning down? When that's all
Yes.
not burning down, can we?
Whatever
they
you have
got a
lost, we will
point.
help you look for it when
Okay.
the forest is no
Not
longer
a
burning
fire,
down.
yeah, let's.
Yeah,
You know, we
got a
live
point,
right
Tomo,
next to
come
it.
on.
I'm just running towards the next thing of smoke. with
My house is made of wood.
And wood burns. We learned this.
I'll grab her hand and start
And someone
running.
just like keeps reaching for the cave, like, wow, no.
We'll get it later, whatever it is. Come on.
Oh.
Eventually, we'll be pulled along.
This is why they will all be conquered.
That's why I gotta be awesome.
You know, I think that's a great line to take a break on. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break, so everybody can stretch their legs, grab drinks and snacks and whatnot.
And I can regrow my arms. Oh,
Yeah.
It's a
So-
bobblehead.
It's above.
We will be right back in 15 minutes. So don't go anywhere. are back. And just for clarification's sake, did look up the pronunciation for B's character's name, and it's Chang or Chang.
Chang Li.
Li,
Chang.
not Kwang. So
Okay.
fix that there. So yeah, pebbles, rocks fly everywhere as the rock face on this hill explodes open. You all meet each other.
Hi.
Somo, you
Hey,
are
buddy.
freaked out about the scroll being missing, but you've got fires to put out. So, Chang, you're running towards the first column of smoke that you see, you said? Or
With my
waddle running with all the sand in your pants?
with all the sand in my pants.
I believe Paladin also had the idea of us briefly describing what our characters actually
Oh,
look like,
yeah.
'cause we missed that in the
Good
intro.
idea.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, let's start with Paladin. Tell us what Narioshi looks like.
He's in his late 30s, I think, maybe early 40s. He's a man. He's fairly average height, but he's pretty muscular for, someone who's a little older. Looks like he keeps in good shape. He is wearing a very basic clothing. They're nothing fancy. They're really just villager garb. His shirt is green because Earth Nation, and his pants are red to give like a subtle visual clue that he's actually from the Fire Nation. He's got like small burns on his arms, which are exposed. Nothing like huge. He's got all those, something like a bowl cut, I think. Like really basic, non-interesting hair. He's got a very serious expression. And that's, I think, some wrinkles to go along with that to really etch it into his face. And yes, Christmas colored.
He's really going for the NPC number 3 look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if you see a visual of all the villagers lined up, there's only one with red pants, and that's me.
Okay. How about Chung?
He is a 13-year-old boy, kind of tan. He's about, I'd say about like 5'10" or so. Like he's going to be really tall once he hits his like a big growth spurt or whatever. He wears like those big sort of kind of like almost like parachute pants type things where you can sort of like just stash all sorts of crazy stuff in there. He also has a mask that is fashioned from bits of leather and little things of the clothes there that he basically wears all the time. It's kind of reminiscent of a luchador mask. He also like almost pathologically refuses to wear a shirt. Like if he can get away with it, he will not wear a shirt. He's not even really sure why. There's not like a specific reason or anything. He's just like no.
Cannot be constrained.
Yeah. Like I got my face covered. I don't also need,
Shirt or face.
Exactly. You get one or the other.
You
Anytime I
could
take off the mask, I have to put on a shirt.
Yeah.
put little like sheets of rock in your shirt so you can expand them off and blow your shirt off. Like, ooh, right?
I think that is as soon as he thinks of that is definitely happening. It's going to be happening all
There you go.
the time.
Definitely going to be.
Yeah.
Like the underground fight ring, like staple. Is everybody doing that? That's amazing.
Yeah. He tries to. He is snuck in there more often than he probably should have been able to.
All right. How about Vespora? What does she look like?
So she's a 15-year-old girl, slim, sort of just limbs. She's just long limbs. She's about 5'6", not too tall. She's got black hair in this sort of like really funky asymmetrical bob because she gotta be cool. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. These failed me. So
Oh no.
yeah, I just need to change the battery. Anyway, so she's got this really funky, cool haircut, which either looks ridiculous or really, really cool. Your choice. Beholder's choice. Which one it is. She's wearing very vibrant blue, bit of a fur trim, embroidery, quite fancy clothes, but not too fancy-ish clothes. Yeah. It's her.
All right. And then how about Somo?
So Tomo is 19 and a beanpole. Just tall, gangly. They have started to grow out their hair. It is this kind of curly brown with an orange tinge in it. Though right now it's all under the hat and kind of like just poofing out because it is slightly curly. And currently hidden, but sometimes visible, are the very obvious airbender arrows. They're doing their best right now, though, to hide those.
All right. I think that is everybody.
I believe I'm being dragged over to a fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Chong, you've gone over to a fire. Vespora and Somo, you've gone onto another fire. How did the two of you put out these fires? Well, let's say that you've gotten over to one where it's two large trees that are on fire, and that's starting to spread to some of the bushes along the ground.
Me? Sorry, I thought you meant.
For Vespora and Somo.
Sorry.
I know exactly how I do it.
She's gonna open the water skin and use a bit of water bending to make more water out of the water, and just spray the thing. You know how Formula One players do with champagne bottles? That.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I like the idea that
that's the thing.
because of the spore's attitude toward waterbending, it is not like fluid and nice
No,
like
it's
other
like
people's.
yeah.
Let's go with a harmony roll for this one.
Oh dear. Oof.
Harmony is my stat.
Ah.
Ooh.
So you were very successful in getting the right side of this fire completely put out. The water sprays out like a shower head and puts it all out quite nicely. There is the left half of this fire that's still there. So Somo, how would you put that out? Or are you going to wait for Vespora to do the other half?
So I was gonna like look at Vespor and be like, move the water when I do my bending.
Yeah, she's gonna be like.
And knowing some things about fire, someone's gonna try and get the air out of the area where the fire is to suffocate it.
Okay. Let me get a trick roll from both of you. I'm basically just going to take the higher of the two.
Trick.
I have
How do you do
creativity.
It's under
Mine's up in the
the
basic moves.
basic moves. And
Ah.
if you have any like special playbook moves that would apply in any situations, definitely feel free to say, I can do this thing. Just as a heads up for everybody.
Mine's a defense kind of move.
Oh no.
Wow, we both failed immediately.
So you do manage to put the fire out. So that part is accomplished. However, what ends up happening is it's just a gust of wind that's so hard it puts out the fire, and there's like this microburst. So you just get like the sonic boom sound almost. like thunder, and all of the water just shoots straight up into the air that makes a giant cloud right on top of your position. So if anybody happened to be looking for someone that could airbend, it's not quite as bad as it being arrow-shaped pointing directly at you, but it is a giant...
Not by enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happens.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pause there, unless you have something to say there, Hannah.
Just think we should go.
So
we put it out. Yay.
So we'll pause there. Let's hop over to Cheng. How are you putting out your tree that's on fire?
I'm going to loosen the little strap at the bottom that's covering my my ankle, and then I'm just gonna kick sand at it and earth bend it hard at it. I'm trying to be awesome now. This is me.
Okay.
Trying to be all cool.
I will let you choose between creativity or passion for this one.
I will do passion because I actually have a bonus to that one.
All right.
Okay, and whoop.
8.
Woo!
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you the tree is like coated in dust now, so it's like a different color than when it started. But the fire is out. You have successfully accomplished the goal that you were going for.
This makes me
Good.
think of like
Nice.
a dog or a cat kicking dirt back.
Mhm.
Something.
I love
Yeah, but I
that.
do a bunch of cool moves beforehand, so.
It looks very cool. And we'll pause on Cheng there and head over to Nariyoshi. How are you putting out the fire that you're running to? It's the last one. It's just a tree and a bush that's on fire, and it's a little bit away
I
from
can't
everybody.
put out a tree because I can't bend. So I am focusing on all the smaller fires. So I'm just following everyone else. And when they deal with the big thing, I'm going to like get rid of all the small things around it by just taking off my shirt and just swinging at it until I slap out of the smaller fire.
Okay.
It should be pretty quick.
Yeah, let's do a rely on your skills and training roll.
Let's rely. Pushing all the buttons.
So
Failure. Ooh,
failed
We're having
roll.
a good time.
that's not
Yeah.
good.
So unfortunately,
I did awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a lot of them, and I'm just one guy. I'm just too slow.
yeah, you're you kind of maintain it so it doesn't spread. So it's not really put out, but it doesn't spread further either. And unfortunately, your shirt catches on fire in the process of this, leaving you without your shirt.
I have spares. It's fine.
We
And
look like
then-
a family now.
Yeah. I like to think that we
Oh.
both like have that quirk where our shirts just vanish sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
where did I
There's
put
nothing
that?
to distract from your red pants anymore.
Yeah. The
so-
sky's foil. Look like
Curses.
Superman glasses.
as your shirt catches fire to too much to put it out, you kind of have to drop it. You hear this loud sonic boom, like thunder, just happened right next to you. And if you look around, you can see there's a sort of column-shaped cloud nearby where there wasn't a moment ago. What is your reaction to that?
How is that supposed to help?
I mean, I didn't do it on purpose.
Ah. It's okay.
What?
We-
What is his problem?
We don't have the time right now.
My forest is on fire.
And I'm putting it out. A thank you would be nice.
I think it might be the giant cloud that points to our location that you guys made. That might be the issue. a little bit.
Oh, the Fire Nation
I'm-
soldiers, they would be able to see this.
I can probably disperse that if you just want to. But nobody look.
What?
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 I'm gonna try
And like behind their
figure you
back,
out.
Somo, I would like to attempt to do like a wind disperse of the cloud.
Oh, that's gonna be a trick roll for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so bad at trick. I have no creativity. Mixed.
Yes. Oh no.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I would have leveled up so many times by now if
I know.
XP came from failures.
I gotta reread that section and see if that plays into it at all, or if it's just the questions.
I think because it's so few growth, it's probably just the questions.
Probably. So you are successful in dispersing the cloud. Not super successful at looking like it's water bending. Nariyoshi, with suspicious mind, a full success.
That's just me trying to figure you out, and I have.
It's
Like, the normal power lets me ask you some questions about, like, what's
cool.
up, but all I really want to know is what is going on, and now I understand you're an airbender. That's all I care about, and the rest is just...
yeah. So yeah, you're like, that's definitely not water bending, and the only thing that it could be is air bending.
Yeah. But like I'll notice the like a tattoo on when you're doing the moves.
Yeah, I'm sure like it like ruffles my hair and it like and I'm like, whoop.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gust.
Yeah, and I'll just go. All right. But
This
the cloud
one
is
is
gone.
good.
You
Yes?
lost your shirt.
Yes. Well, I have more at home. Is that everything? Is that all the fire?
That I can sense.
There's still one tree on fire.
I'm gonna run over to it because I still have another pant leg full of sand.
Awesome.
The spore is gonna follow as well.
Now I have people to watch.
So go ahead and
Means
describe.
of course, I'm gonna screw this up. It'll be fantastic.
I'm just gonna give this one to you. It's the last one.
Okay.
You've all been working on this. So how does Shang just
he's
epically
gonna
put
do.
this out?
He's basically gonna start and do. It's like doing like a spin where he kind of pulls the little like kind of ribbon thing that's holding it against his ankle, and then continues to spin on, loose it, like, and basically sends all of the sand up to smother the fire, and then lands in what he thinks is a really awesome pose.
The spore looks on jealously because that looks so much cooler than what.
That's amazing.
Well done.
Yes,
All right.
Nice pants.
let's do it. Yeah. They're,
Thank you for helping
You're
to
good.
put out the
You're
fire.
yeah.
You're
Nariyoshi
welcome.
Ito. I'll shake your hands.
So,
The
Mo, and, like-
spora.
Where have you come from?
Nice to meet you.
You don't get
Nice
a
to
lot
meet you.
of Water Nation, and I'll look pointedly at you. People here. Did the ship come in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We came in on the ship just now.
Good. You should be careful though. The Fire Nation is on the move. I should really tell.
Even out here,
Yes, I
thought this
too
was-
was surprised.
the middle of nowhere.
Have you seen
That's the
them?
problem.
And I'll like gesture at the
Mm.
aftermath.
Yeah, but have you like seen them up close?
No, I don't know how many there are.
No, it isn't. It doesn't let me look. And they're too far for me to sense.
I don't know if it's soldiers or some bored rich person on a jaunt.
Huh.
But
Hmm.
it's probably soldiers.
You
They
can
are
tell by their
everywhere
boots.
these days.
Oddly
You can tell by their
enough,
boots.
as you say, it's probably soldiers. You hear voices and heavy footsteps approaching
Oh dear.
from
We've got to get out of
inland.
here.
Are you kidding me right now?
And I'll pull Chung with me, and I'll just assume Spora and Somo are following us.
It's like someone's gonna grab his Spora's hand and be like, let's go. No. You're not dealing with Fire Nation right now.
But can I just have a quick peek?
No.
Is there anything I could do to like try and speed us up, like kind of like pop the ground under us up a little bit? So
Yeah.
there's a little jump.
Let's do a creativity roll for that one.
Okay.
I would like
or any applicable moves that you might have.
if
yeah,
I
well,
can get a
yeah.
glimpse of them, I would like to.
Okay.
Because I'm like, where the fuck did my scroll go?
Yeah, so far I can just with my rules I can steal stuff and complain about rules.
Travel
Rules
later.
suck.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
We travel. I keep forgetting what those things are called, but travel later.
Ah, yes.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, crap. All right, that did not work.
Oh no. So yeah, you're all running along, and Shag, you try to help things along, but unfortunately, your timing's a little bit off on the terrain lifting, and so it actually ends up creating an uphill terrain for you to go up now. So it actually slows things down.
Oh.
And then Somo, actually, Vespora, let me have you roll focus, since you're a little bit ahead, so it'll be a little bit harder for you to catch a glimpse. Somo, you're gonna get this as a free success.
Mixed
Yay.
success.
So Somo, you look over your shoulder, and just as you're about to go behind a bunch of trees, you have line of sight for just a brief moment, where you and a Fire Nation soldier sort of lock eyes for just a second. You see each other, and there's that recognition of like, oh shit, between you, and you can see slung over his shoulder is that giant scroll of yours. Vespora, you are able to look back, and you don't have the eye contact with the soldier, but you can definitely see, there's the red uniform, the scary looking helmet, and you catch a glimpse of something slung over his shoulder that looks unusual, but you're not quite sure what it is.
Okay.
Before like a branch swings down and kind of cuts off your line of sight there.
She's just gonna stare, but like, oh my god. When you're staring at a car crash and you can't look away. That.
No, we're going. Link guards are like, come on.
So Somo, Vespora, and Nariyoshi, as you're running, suddenly you find yourselves running uphill, where this definitely was not uphill before.
Dirt does that sometimes.
See, it's not that easy.
Can I give us a kind of wind push?
You can certainly try.
It'd be fantastic if you also scream. So just knocks it down, the wind knocks us down, so we're rolling.
Yeah.
So I'll let you choose between the help action.
Rolling for Fire Nation.
Or wait, what is the help action doesn't have a roll. You say help a companion mark 1 fatigue to give them +1 to their roll. Oh, okay, that's what that is. So never mind on the help thing. Let's see. Let's go with the same thing. Creativity, unless you have an applicable move.
I'd love to go for focus instead of creativity.
I'll allow it.
Yes.
It could be that as well. I could see that.
So it's just like, okay, focus, let's go. Up the hill. Good enough.
All right, a mixed success, so 7. So yeah, you are able to move things along. What kind of wind movement would you say is what you're going for?
Just kind of to not pick us up or anything, but kind of give us that push upwards so that it's a little bit less effort to be running up this hill.
Okay.
I'm going for subtle.
Okay. It gets the job done. So you definitely speed things along. However, it's not super subtle. So there are leaves and branches, like small branches and things like that, that shoot up into the air. So like anybody that's watching the forest just sees like this trail of leaves just shooting up from the forest floor, almost like a molehill.
We're absolutely gonna die.
But you are able to sort of jump that incline like a ramp, and get far ahead of the soldiers, much closer to the town, which offers some relative safety.
Yep.
Maybe the ramp can help us to just get on like a cliff that we now don't have to avoid. We can just go over.
Yeah.
It's a cool little weightless moment where we all pop over. It's like, oh, it's almost totally used to this. Like, yes, excellent.
Wow, this jump is easy. Like that? Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't expect this jump to be so easy.
Okay.
And yeah, you find yourself at once again back at the town ahead of the soldiers. You're not sure if they're still following you or not, but the fires are put out and you're back at relative safety. What do you want to do now?
Hiding?
All right, you two, you three, stay here. Don't do anything weird. I'm going to tell the people in charge that the Fire Nation might be coming. And I'll go to the mayor or whoever there is.
Okay. Yeah.
And someone does exactly that. Just stands there and goes like,
So, yeah, Somo, Vespora, and Chang, we'll sort of have you all aside there.
Yeah.
And unless somebody decides to not listen to what Narioshi said to do.
Well, I've already pushed my luck enough today. I think I need to earn some good boy points before I can delve back into this.
That's fair.
Put out fires really well. That's good.
True. It's true. To do that.
So yeah, Narioshi, you are able to head on over to the mayor's house, and yeah, he's there and happy to see you. Welcomes you. Narioshi, yes, excuse me. Go ahead, come on in. How can I help you today?
There are Fire Nation soldiers in the woods. Did you not see the smoke? Did no one tell you?
I saw some smoke, but I didn't see any flames.
Well, where there is smoke, there is fire. And where there is fire, there are Fire Nation soldiers. At least in this instance. The waterbenders that you sent to help us, they helped me and my boy take out the fires.
Well, he didn't send us. It was my grandma.
We're not here.
You're not there.
Sorry.
Sorry.
We're off somewhere else.
So, yeah, he looks at you quizzically and says, well, Water Nation. Oh, that must be the ship that came into port. And the more he talks, the less sure you are about his competency as mayor of this town. He seems to not really
They may want to prepare
be
for their
with
coming.
what's going on. Oh, that's
Let people know so that they can. I don't know.
well, the
Make
first
sure
thing.
that kids are safe.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be. The kids will be fine. We need to. I suppose the first thing we need to do is figure out why they're here and what they want. So, I'll be sure to keep the gates closed, and perhaps we'll send out a diplomatic party to go speak with them and find out why they're, I guess they're technically trespassing, but we should try to be friendly.
If you would like me to do that, or to at least be part of that group, I would be happy to.
That seems like a great idea. Since you seem so concerned and you've put so much passion into this, I'm going to let you head up that project. So choose whoever you'd like and just go see what they want, and hopefully they just are
Yes.
here for some peaceful reason.
Trade or whatever. As long as they are not here to burn down our town, we'll make it all work.
Oh, stone doesn't burn. It'll be fine. I'm sure they're just here for trade. That must be it.
My house is made of wood.
That's unfortunate. Good luck with the team.
And I'll walk out the house.
While this is all going on, I would love to like lean over to Vespor and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I hid something in the woods earlier, and the Fire North Nation soldier has it now, and it is really important."
What is it? What is it?
It's a scroll.
We have to get it back.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're going on a mission. This is so exciting.
No, it's dangerous.
Well, that too. I'll help you. It's okay.
Thank you.
So, do you have a plan?
No.
Ah. So, should we just go, or do we need like reinforcements?
Maybe we should wait for that Nariyoshi guy to come back.
Okay, yeah.
So
You realize I can hear you, right?
ah!
I was about to ask what's Chang doing during this.
It's rude to eavesdrop. But
Yeah.
We're
And well, hey, those are just society's rules, and they're stupid, so I don't follow them.
well, now that you know, do you want to come with us?
I mean, well, obviously, but
just
it's
inviting-
You said we'd wait for him. I thought, they
He's
come
more
as a
likely
pair.
he's more likely to come if I get real stubborn about it.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want to get my scroll back.
What's in this scroll?
Yeah, what's in the scroll?
It's personal.
Are we just going on a mission to get your diary?
No. Like the you don't hide diaries like that, if you know what I mean. I've read a thing or two about a thing or two.
If it's just like, your heart's wishes, I'm not endangering myself for that.
It's not the heart that we're worried about, if you know what I mean.
You are
Yeah.
a child.
I am 13 years old. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Rude.
So what is it?
It's important to my family.
Okay, I'm in.
Oh, wait, really?
I'm in.
I mean, just tell me what it is.
No, it's family stuff. You don't pry. You don't pry into family stuff. You don't pry into family stuff.
I'm not gonna endanger
It gets people
myself.
killed if you pry into family stuff. You don't pry into family stuff.
All right.
I just noticed you're wearing a mask. I don't know how I missed that up until this point, but
Yeah.
is this a normal Earth Nation thing?
Well, I mean, if you're doing the earthbending fights, then it's not
Bending fun.
common. Well, I mean, technically they're like really illegal, and I really shouldn't be going to them. But Nariyoshi sleeps really deep, so I go a lot.
You do underground fighting?
Well, I mean, only yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's gonna go.
While you're having that conversation, gonna hop back over
Feral
to
teenagers.
So it's just like I have no idea what's happening anymore.
hop back over to Narioshi. As you're leaving the mayor's house, do you immediately go to get people together to go check out what's going on with the Fire Nation, or do you head back to the kids first?
First, I'll like go see if they've run off to do something crazy, but they're still there chatting at that
Mhm.
point. So I'm like, okay, we're good. I'll go tell the Water Nation people that they should probably stay out of sight because Fire Nation. You want to play that out?
Yeah, the person who's obviously in charge is Nanya Asato, Bespora's grandmother, who spots you, and you notice her kind of take you in a little bit longer than most people would, a little bit more of an inspecting sort of gaze.
Yes,
It's just 'cause he's
I lost my
shirtless.
shirt in the woods. I'm sorry.
And she
That
plays
is actually why I am here. I want to thank you for sending your 2 waterbenders to help me put out the fire. And I think it is important that you know that the fire was started by Fire Nation soldiers, and they may show unwanted attention to your ship. So you and your people might want to stay out of sight until they have left the area.
She nods and seems to particularly pay attention to your arms, and notices the color of your pants and everything. She's like, "Oh, that's good to know that Fire Nation is here. Yes, I'm glad my 2 waterbenders were able to." And she kind of puts emphasis on the 2 in that. Were able to be such a good help. They're very good kids.
Yes. The entire forest may well have burned down if not for them.
So that would have been very unfortunate. How long did you say you've been here, Mr. Narioshi, right?
I have several years now.
Interesting.
We'd like to move. Go visit new towns. Me and my boy.
Oh, you have a child. That's wonderful. How old is
13. Yes. Playing with the waterbender friends.
Oh, that's a very important age for growing and forming. I'm sure my kids and he will get along just fine.
Yes. If they come this way, please keep an eye on him. He has a tendency to get into trouble.
Oh, they always do at that age. Well, I appreciate you letting me know about the soldiers. I'll be sure to keep an eye out. I think we'll be all right here with our ship, but we'll keep an eye out.
And then I will go and find whoever is the most matronly out of the village.
Okay.
I've come up with a plan in the meantime, is to bring them food so they don't have that as an excuse to come visit the village.
Okay.
To be like, here's this tribute, please go away. That's the plan.
Yeah, there's absolutely someone in the village like that. They've always got lots of extra food, and it's sort of like anybody who's hungry can just go there and she'll just always have food to feed people.
Yeah, I'll stop by to get a shirt on my way.
Okay.
Having now noticed that I'm being indecent.
I don't know, those matronly types might be worth showing the goods off.
Perhaps it's time to get Chang.
Oh my god. But yeah, she's a very kind person, though she does have sort of the demeanor and appearance and sort of just personality of like Grandma Toph from like Korra. So just kind of looks like that and has this very gruff, sort of matter-of-fact way of talking about everything. But she's actually quite nice and generous. So yeah, she's happy to come along with you and packs up a whole big picnic basket full of food. Do you want anybody else to go with you, or is?
I think that's it. We don't want to appear threatening. We also don't want to send anyone alone because that would be bad. I don't want the kids to come because that's dangerous. I especially don't want either of the waterbenders to go because that's super dangerous. So it's just gonna be me and her. We should give that woman a name now.
Tell us?
Oh, probably. Yeah, we'll swing by you a lot on the way.
Okay.
Then you can follow us in secret like idiots.
Yeah. Like we obviously
That's the
will.
plan.
That's the plan.
Sneak.
But first, let's name this woman that we're now dragging into danger.
What's a good Earth Nation name?
Craig.
What did you say?
Did you say
I said Craig. Yes, I said Craig.
Craig.
I don't think that would be her name.
No.
Well, I find giving a stupid one either solves the problem or it makes people immediately try and need to make a better one.
You know what? Actually, does give me an idea. She doesn't have so much a name as she just has a title, and her title is the Crag.
Ah.
Good one.
And nobody in town's quite sure how she got that title, but everyone knows not to question it. We'll give her a little bit of a mysterious background.
Okie doke.
Imagine I go to have her teach me stupid things to do with earthbending pretty regularly.
Absolutely.
When I'm sneaking out during the day as opposed to sneaking out during the nights.
So
I'm
yeah,
precocious.
you the three children or younger members of the party,
Young adults.
yes.
The only one that counts as an adult here.
Yeah,
Of the
Yeah.
youngins.
They're all teens. We can go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teens. Yeah.
Technically
That's
a
fair.
teen still.
All right.
Yeah.
So the teenagers, you are aware of what's going on now. Do you follow along in secret, or do you stay put in
Yeah.
town?
Oh, definitely.
This is
Sneak,
perfect.
sneak.
They'll,
Well,
they'll
I figured,
distract them,
yeah.
and then we can
Oh, I'm definitely going.
sneak and grab it while they're distracted by Narioshi and that very old woman.
Yeah.
That's the Craig. She's awesome.
Is she?
She
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
her name.
It's not a name. Nobody knows her name. She's just the
Oh,
Craig.
I want
you never
something like
asked?
that. Everyone knows my
Yeah,
name though. It's so
it-
annoying.
Do,
Like,
do you not understand how building a mystique works? I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
well,
you gotta build like a whole thing there.
You try building a mystique when your grandma's like,
Oh no! I was sorry. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the other one, the one with the weird hat.
Oh well,
It's not
fine.
weird.
Well, I mean, I'm wearing this on my face. I know weird from weird. That's kind of a weird hat.
I think we're gonna lose track of them if we don't follow
Let's
protocol
go.
here.
That's fair. Let's go.
All right. So I need a
Move
trick.
much faster when I'm not full of sand.
Need a trick roll for everyone.
Stop!
Hurled my mouse across the room. Give me.
I'm
Stupid
terrible
touchpad.
at tricking people.
No.
Yes.
To be fair, I think we're
Sneak,
all
sneak.
pretty bad.
No, full
Acceptable.
success.
Not a failure. I'm gonna just rely on Vespora to teach me how to sneak.
Nice. Okay. So, Vespora, you are definitely the stealthiest of the group.
She's so into it.
Yeah.
You were definitely taking point. You're up ahead. And Cheng and Somo, you're having a harder time moving quietly as fast. So you're still very quiet, not detected, but you're trailing back a little bit. You might have to kind of occasionally be like, hey, slow down, you know? But the three of you are keeping a respectable distance away from Narioshi and the Crag. The Fire Nation camp is not hard to find. You can see smoke coming from deeper in the forest, and it doesn't look like the same columns of smoke that the forest fires were making. It looks like a campfire.
They've made a camp. It's far closer than I would have liked. I'll pick like a random stick off the ground that I can use as a walking stick, just so I'm not completely unarmed.
Okay.
And then I like try to fake a limp, and I'll check with the crag if she thinks it's convincing.
She just looks at you and kind of grunts like, that'll work.
But we don't want to antagonize these people.
When have I ever antagonized someone?
All the time.
That
Forever.
That absolutely
I'm not
is
here,
the actual answer to that question. But she asks that.
We don't want to appear too strong, is what I'm saying.
Oh, see, you should have led with that.
Yeah?
And she forms basically like a walking stick out of rock. It tries to limp along with you. The limp is pretty convincing, but that's like easily
Perhaps
a 50-pound walking
instead
stick.
of a rock, though. We may
petrified
need your
wood.
bending to be a surprise should they prove aggressive.
I suppose, but it's so weak. She walks over to a tree and just like one hand, like single-handedly, just cracks a branch off of the tree. Pulls all the twigs and everything off. And now it's like a 10-pound walking stick instead of a 50-pound. Better?
Much.
Alright, well, move on ahead, whippersnapper.
All right.
And the two of you are quickly able to come across the camp. The Fire Nation soldiers have made a clearing, and have set up tents with flags and everything, the typical pomp and everything that you would expect to see from Fire Nation
How
soldiers.
big is the camp? How many tents?
There's like 4 semi-large tents, so enough that a dozen people could easily fit in there comfortably.
Dozen. This is not a small group. Looks like there are easily a dozen people here.
Do you walk right up to the camp? Do you try to like be quiet and sneak up a little ways first before going in, or
Stealth is not the way. We don't want to surprise them. They may have guards, like hidden places. I don't know. So, at someone of a reasonable distance, I'll be like, "Hello, in the camp."
As soon as you speak, 3 of the soldiers who are sort of sitting around the fire immediately jump up and get into like a bending stance.
Peace, peace.
They don't really drop their guard much, but they definitely look less likely to, blast you without a word. And the one who seems to be a little bit higher ranked than the other 2 clears his throat and is like, what are you doing here?
Hello. We are from the village further along. We saw some of the smoke, and we were wondering what was going on. And when we noticed that you were Fire Nation soldiers, we came to give you an offering and find out if there was any way we can help you achieve whatever it is you are doing here.
That's not the usual greeting we get when we come into Earth Nation areas. But appreciate the thoughtfulness on your part. And he sort of wanders over and uses like one finger to lift the lid on the basket and looks at it kind of judgy. But it smells really good, so even though he's trying to be, really rude about it and kind of standoffish, he still takes the basket and he's like, we'll appreciate your offering of food. We'll put this to good use. We are here looking for a fugitive, very dangerous criminal. Unfortunately, they managed to escape one of our prison boats, and you have reason to believe they landed here. A very dangerous criminal. They run around in this orange and sort of red getup and covered in tattoos. They're very deadly. We're obviously trying to apprehend them as they
Goodness.
very big danger to this area.
I haven't seen anyone like that in quite a while. Have you? And I'll turn to the crag.
The crag just looks up and grunts. No.
No. Perhaps they moved that way.
He kind of squints his eyes.
There's
You haven't seen someone like that in a while. When was the last time you saw someone like that?
that should be about 3 years ago, maybe.
He squints his eyes again. Where were you 3 years ago?
Here.
And why do you think they went that way? And he points the direction that you pointed.
There is some less savory people who like to hang out in the swamp there. It's a well-known place for people to hide.
Oh.
You are not from around here, so
Yes, that's clearly the case.
but
Well, I
if
appreciate
was
you.
them, that is where I would be headed.
He seems satisfied with that answer, but still kind of suspicious. And takes the basket of food and puts it in the middle of the camp where a bunch of other soldiers, come out of tents and whatnot, start eating. And it's very clear that they are very much enjoying the food, and they seem to be relatively happy. It's really only this one guy that seems really, kind of suspicious and just generally a sour disposition.
I'm sure you're in a terrible hurry, but if you need to resupply in any way, you can tell us and we will go back to the village for you. We will, of course, require compensation.
Let me have you do a plead roll.
Hey, mixed.
Success.
Sounds good.
Okay. He seems a little suspicious of the fact that you want to go back to the town and then bring it back for them. It's like, why don't you want us to go to the town?
I simply assumed you were in a hurry to catch this dangerous criminal, as you say. If you are to follow them to the swamp, you'll need to break camp, and that always takes quite a while.
He seems sort of satisfied with your answer, with the caveat of "for now." Like, that won't be necessary. If we need something, we'll come to the village. But I thank you for your aid and your offer for help. But if you happen to see this very dangerous criminal, just like I said, don't engage. Don't try to do anything. Just come get us, and we'll take care of them.
Very well.
And he hands you a piece of parchment with a sort of a sketch on it. And it's a kind of looks like Somo, but like if Somo had like 50 more pound of muscle on them and like an angry face.
Those are some shifty eyes,
Yeah, they're very
What are
dangerous,
they
very
accused
very
of?
crafty.
if I might ask.
Oh, they are a violent artifact thief.
Artifacts, okay.
Steal art and scrolls and that sort of thing.
Art is the soul of a nation.
That's Very, very wise. Sort of clears his throat. Well, we have.
Yes, we have kept you long enough. I apologize.
It's quite all right. Just make
You
sure you tell your
enjoy.
people to stay out of the forest until we can apprehend this criminal.
We will do just that. And I'll motion for the crag to exit.
As the Fire Nation guy turns around to go walk back to his tent, you suddenly hear a little bit of a crash, and you look over your shoulder to see that he's tripped over something and fallen flat on his face. And
Goodness, are you all right? I go to help him.
he slaps your hand away. He's like, "I'm fine. It's just so many loose rocks everywhere in this forsaken place."
If you don't like this forest, wait till you get to the swamp.
He just sort of scoffs and walks away. And as you get out of earshot of the camp,
You did that, didn't you?
he
If you'd
fell on
noticed,
his
our
face.
entire village would be burned to ashes. I hope you understand that.
Just kind of goes, "Pfft," waves you off and keeps walking.
Massacres.
So pausing there, Somo, Vespora, and Cheng, you were able to hear that whole conversation and see all of that.
Okay.
Is there any interjection that you want to do? What's the conversation happening?
Where's
Go on.
where's my scroll?
It's not visible. Your best guess would
When-
be maybe it's in one of the tents. But yeah, go ahead.
When they were describing this criminal and they described what Soba was wearing, Vespora would definitely do a, "What? You told me you were a criminal."
I literally told you I wasn't a criminal.
Is there? How big is what's this the thing we're looking for? The sky scroll. Like how big is it? Like how?
Like
Yeah.
it's a pretty big scroll,
Okay.
and it's in like a case.
So big enough that in like a tent it might be on the ground hypothetically.
Yeah. I'm totally down for checking the tents while they're talking.
Oh, I'm gonna try and see if I can see what I can feel.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Let's do assess the situation.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to raise my creativity. Like, okay, I don't know anything.
Yeah. There's a lot of soldier footsteps happening in the tents, all close together, and you're just getting static,
Just muddied.
muddied. I see what you did there.
Not intentionally, but yes, we'll go with that.
Somo, did you want to try to sneak up to one of the tents and lift a tent flap?
Yes, like from the back to like look in. Oh.
Okay.
Vespora would follow her because
Can I
where the
rely on my
action
skills and
is.
training?
Yes, you may. Oh no!
Are you kidding me?
Okay. Whew,
Like,
weird.
how are these rolls so bad?
I don't know. Vespora, since you're following along, you can see Somo's about to, like, trip, or something is about to happen where it's going to make noise. What would
Okay.
you like to do to prevent that?
Oh, what kind of? Oh, can I? Oh, trying to figure out if this would class as waterbending. I want to. Can I somehow soften the blow so if she trips, it doesn't make a sound?
You do have a skin of water on you that you can pull
Yes.
from.
Yes. Okay. So Actually, I'm gonna make with my skin of water, I'm gonna make it so water comes out and creates a big enough puddle that she just slides back down to where we were before she gets caught.
Okay.
This is some literally muddy Zeros, and I just go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do. You could do either just a straight creativity roll or rely on your skills and training.
Do I get any buffs from rely on your skills and training?
It's focus.
Okay. Yeah, it's focus-based roll.
Well, creativity's better, so I'll do creativity.
Focus is my thing.
Mixed success.
I'm gonna die.
Slap. Just mud sounds everywhere.
So you don't, but between the two of you, you don't raise an alarm. Like nobody notices anything.
A miracle.
But basically, instead of it being a puddle where it almost sort of slides back, the area is kind of loose dirt. A lot of the area. And so basically, you just make a big mud puddle that Sobo just sort of face plants in, without making a lot of noise.
Sorry. You're about to get caught. I had to think fast.
Thank you. Thank you. Can we I have to find my scroll though.
Yeah. Do we wait until they, I don't know, fall asleep or something?
That's
And soldiers, I mean, like Nariyoshi was telling me that soldiers tend to take like watches and stuff.
Yeah, but there'll
So
be
they tend to
less of them.
Well, I mean,
that's
yeah,
a long
well,
time
if
to
there's-
wait, and he will
yeah.
definitely notice that we're gone.
yeah.
That's
I
true.
mean, we need to get him on board somehow.
We need a plan.
Yeah, we definitely need
Sneaking's
one of
not
those.
working.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
distract them somehow.
Oh, I can distract. I can distract. There.
Don't
Trouble is I just don't want to get the village burned down because I was being distracting.
you don't, definitely don't do that.
Yeah.
As you mentioned distracting, that's about the time that the person in charge trips and falls on his face. And a lot of the soldiers look away at that exact moment.
Everybody take one tent.
Yeah.
So let's do assess a situation, and you can all take a +1 as a situation bonus on this because the soldiers are distracted.
So it's +1 to whatever we roll.
Mhm.
So I can't.
Yeah, so
It won't let
basically,
me input value.
oh,
Oh, it
weird.
does. Okay, it does. Sorry.
Acceptable.
Okay, so that's a full success for Hannah, full success for Chang, for B.
Woo!
I'm pretty sure that's not right.
Woo.
That's not right. Oh, because
So-
she added the +1, so it messed it up.
Okay, so it's a
Okay.
5, 6,
Six.
7, 8, 9. That's a mixed success. Plus the +1. So I think that would make it a full success. Either way, we're gonna call all of that a full success.
Yeah.
We
Eh.
seized the opportunity immediately.
Yes. So Somo, you can see your scroll in the tent that you're looking in. However, it is positioned under a chair that a soldier is sitting on. Professor Pora, the tent that you open the flap for is empty. There's no scroll, but there are some shiny looking Fire Nation like weapons and like a full thing of armor that's sort of on a sort of makeshift mannequin. And then Chang, in yours, there's no scroll. There's only one soldier who seems to have his like head sticking out of the tent flap, looking out into the middle of the camp. and there is a fancy looking Fire Nation soldier helmet with like the whole face covering that looks kind of cool in there. So do any of you try to go into the tent and grab anything, or what do you do?
I'm probably gonna back out because I'm like, that guy is sitting literally on top of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna back out as well. Weapons and armor's too heavy and big to take.
Okay. How about Chang?
Okay, so give me the quick overview of the situation here again, just so I can
All right.
get it firmly in my head.
There is one soldier in the tent
One
with his
soldier in
head
the tent.
sticking out of the opening, so he's looking away from you out into the middle of the camp.
Okay.
Sitting on a trunk is a pretty cool shiny Fire Nation soldier helmet with like the full face covering, but there's no scroll.
Mhm. Okay. No scroll there. Well, there's no scroll. I don't think there's much use in trying to sort this through, because Noriyoshi's gonna be really mad at me if I just throw a rock at the back of this guy's head.
Probably.
So, and there's a careful balance that needs to be found in being a little shit and being a decent and learning to be a good boy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna back off with them.
Okay.
I found the scroll,
Hmm.
but it's sitting under a chair that has a Fire Nation soldier in it.
Is he asleep?
Was he asleep?
No, he's awake.
Okay.
He's totally awake.
He just wasn't looking at the back of the tent at the moment.
Do you think can water grab things? That's not something water can do. Maybe if we have
It would get the scroll wet.
Yeah,
it's in a case.
that's
Okay.
how soft is the ground here?
It's relatively soft. It's a foresty area, so a lot of the soil is relatively loose.
Okay.
Probably some tree roots going, throughout it. But it's a little bit deeper down, so there's a decent layer of topsoil.
Could I like suck that down into the ground?
The scroll?
The scroll, it's in a case, right?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Then we can suck it down into the ground and just sort of try and move it.
There is all the tents have like a carpet, like a rug, sort of as like the floor of the tent. So it might disturb some things if you tried to suck it straight down.
I need to need to find some way to cut the carpet.
Yeah, you could try to cut the carpet, or perhaps create some sort of movement that would move just the scroll to a spot where there is just dirt or something like that.
Yeah.
Just teeny tiny, or shakes to push the scroll.
Well, the thing is, we gotta just keep it from being seen generally, which means we need to get him out, or we need to
But I
cut a
was
hole
also
in the
thinking,
carpet.
I have my staff. If I could hook into the arm, it's the shoulder strap. If I could pull it out, but yeah, we have to just he has to be distracted. I think.
I mean, I can make a puddle and try and lure it our way.
How can you make sharp ice? I know you guys do ice and stuff, or at least that's what the Craig always told me.
Yeah, I mean I can try. Sure.
But if you could do a little sharp thing, you could just kind of we could spill some water over by the tent. You could cut a little hole in the carpet and then I could just suck it down in.
Yeah, let's try.
Rapidly getting more complicated.
Well, it's either that or just hurl a rock somewhere. So that's what I got. I'm a 13-year-old. What do you expect?
Okay. This
What?
conversation's probably.
Wait.
Hmm.
Is there like a table next to him or anything?
Yeah.
Or is he just sitting on a chair? Is there like water in a jug or anything on the table?
There is a pot of tea and a couple of cups on the.
Knock it over! Knock it over!
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to knock the tea thing over.
Spill the tea.
Yeah. And then make more, like, increase the amount of liquid so there's a massive spill.
Okay.
So it's not like you can't ignore it.
The moment when he's distracted, I'm going to attempt to use my staff to just pull the scroll out.
I'm gonna roll and see what direction the soldier is facing now.
Okay.
As some time has passed. You all are so lucky. So he's looking out of the tent, like out the front of the tent. So back to you. So I'm gonna let you choose whatever ability you would like for that tea bending. Whatever you think is most applicable.
Creativity, because I get the highest.
Creative idea.
I get the highest buff for that.
Nice.
Ooh.
I make excellent tea.
And
Accurate.
I
Probably.
think
I don't know.
I think for
According to stereotype.
Somo,
I mean,
this
I do because I don't put milk in it.
this definitely feels like a situation where you're pushing your luck, so I'm gonna have you roll push your luck.
I have a -1 to passion.
Oh no!
Please don't kill me. Yeah, okay, cool.
No.
Like I have rolled so many failures.
So
Is there like there's gotta be something we can do with that?
I mean, you're just starting to look like Faye looks like in Beyond the Wall.
yeah,
Seriously.
there's always one player in every game that just Roll20 is like, F you in particular.
Yes. You're dead to me.
So let me ask you this. Before that happens, do you still want Vespora to knock the table over, knowing that the soldier's looking out of the tent out front? Because that, in theory, would draw the attention towards you instead of away from you.
It would get him off the seat, probably.
Oh, he's
So-
off the seat, so he's stood up and is looking outside now.
Okay.
This is a sec. I don't know. It feels like it's too late to stop her because I already told her to do it.
Yeah, I kind of thought I already did it. So let's go with that.
Okay, I was gonna say you can choose to do something else if you want to, just because that's sort of new information that you didn't have before.
I guess if he's like, if Somo like sees that he's going to turn around to look at the spill, like I'm probably going to freeze up.
Okay.
As I rolled a fail, so.
Okay, we'll describe it this way. So, yeah, Somo, you notice that he's looking out of the tent, and you're like, oh,
Wait.
I need to tell Vespora not to do that, but Vespora, you did it so well that you're already done. And the table is tipping over with all this tea starting to pour out from it. And Somo, as you go try to grab the scroll, or stop the table from rolling over, whichever. Unfortunately, you basically just end up with tea all over you now. It just pours onto you. It's not hot enough to burn. It's just warm.
I'm now muddy and covered in tea.
Yep. And you manage to get a hand on the scroll case. And we're gonna stop there. The soldier whips around, sees your hand on the case, raises the alarm, and so
And I throw a rock at his head.
So
I would have prepped to throw a rock at his head. I think
Yeah, do it.
that is
Knock
kind
him
of
out.
goes without question.
Before he raises the alarm, hopefully.
Yeah,
Knock him
yeah,
out.
but that would be the plan. Is that like okay?
You can
everything goes to
absolutely
shit, I'm just gonna
try.
throw a rock at his head.
go ahead and let's see. That's gonna be a combat move. So let's do what's the difference between strike and smash? Okay, so it's definitely gonna be
smash is for
strike.
environment. Yeah.
So you mark 1 fatigue to inflict a condition on a foe in reach.
The
and
condition
then-
is knocked the fuck out.
Yep. And then go ahead and roll the strike to see how effective it is.
Passion. I guess that makes sense. I have no bonuses, right? No external bonuses besides my normal.
I don't think so. No.
Even though I was like just before, like even though I was prepped, it's like prepping there to throw a rock at this dude's head.
Oh, that's fair. I'll give you a +1 on that.
Sweet. All right.
This one 8, so mixed success.
Glad I went for the 7.
So you are successful in knocking him out, but he does fall into the tent, which makes a bit of a noise. So the camp is aware that there's a sound happening, but they're not in arms yet. So it buys Somo some time.
They're gonna look into the tent and see the tea knocked out and assume that something happened. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna go. Let's go.
So you manage to get your hand on the scroll, and almost completely out of the tent, before the front flaps just fly open, and somebody else comes in and sees what's happening. And so from his perspective, he just sees the end of the scroll pop out from the back of the tent, before the flap goes back down. And he starts yelling. So instead of the alarm going up while you're in the tent, you've now exited the tent. And Nariyoshi, you are close enough. You've already started walking away, but you're close enough that you can hear a commotion. And I think that's where we'll end the session. So when we come back next week, we'll deal with the camp being in arms and see if everybody gets away or not.
Thank you for saving my life, Chang.
Yep, that would have been very bad
Throw a rock at people's head.
if you had been inside the tent when the alarm went up.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this system so far. So we are going to let everybody say what their favorite part was, where you can find them, and anything they want to share or plug. And I'll say a few words about our sponsors again, and then we'll end our stream here. So let's go reverse order from how we started. So we'll start with Anina. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? And is there anything you want to share or plug?
I loved how tense us being spying is. That was so tense. Like, loved it. I'm feeling true peril. So yeah, you can find me here same time next week, and also on the Bardic Quest channel, which is a D&D playthrough where I play a Viking fighter called Surga, and also on my own YouTube channel, The Awkward Actress. So check those out.
Awesome. B, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share?
The Neon Devils webtoon thing. Search for it. It's a deal. I'm gonna go with I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was a point when Paladin did this like it wasn't even that he's just like he gave this look to the camera that was like a perfect like you're 13-year-old idiots, and I have to I have to deal with this. This is my life now. Just one of those like, no, and I adored that. Another one that I really loved is I liked finding out more about just not everybody's character, but also like mine, like the fact that I think Chang blames himself for the fire somehow, because that's that whole thing of like oh, it's a family thing, like, oh, okay, and he's just completely on board, and like no, you don't mess with family stuff, because then people will burn to death. And I think that's more the reaction of like, what the hell was that? That's another thing. I just like, how do you respond to that? And I think that was the appropriate response, which is what the actual fuck. Yeah, that's me.
All right. Paladin, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
Well, like I told the rest of you on the break, what I really liked was how cartoony Hannah made Tsomo's actions. I thought that was a neat thing, considering Avatar is supposed to be a cartoon and not live action. It's not supposed to be live action, you know.
And it never has been.
And it never has been. Maybe it never will. Who knows?
There certainly isn't a movie about it. That's for sure.
God, no. Anyway, where you can find me next, let's see, Sundays over on Uncanny Adventures, where I play Holt, the pirate paladin who tries to make friends with all the evil pirates. Last episode, we found out one of our pirates is secretly a lord. Yeah, just accidentally. I cast Zone of Truth, and I was like, what are you hiding? Yeah, you're secretly a lord. And he's like, just like that.
I think you could trust a pirate.
Yeah. Shocking, it was. Shocking. Also, 2 of our crew members vanished in the night. We assume it's some sort of sea beast, so that's fun. Then Tuesdays, over on Paul's Cryptid's channel, I play Domrain, the Githzerai noble fighter, last of his kind, where we have found and killed a mind flayer, which is, for me, a grand achievement and very important. And as we celebrate that victory, some inter-party conflict developed about how to deal with some of the information we found in its lair as we are about to leave town. And then I'm back here.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Then, Hannah, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share, Block?
I really enjoyed the amount of times that people snuck up on us. That people were snuck up on in the episode, like Nanya sneaking up on Vespora. I really, really loved the moment of Chang coming up to be like, I could hear you, right? And I love Vespora's attitude. It is just so good.
That's fun.
As for where you can find me, I will be back on Raven's channel tomorrow in the evening times for Animus Absentis, where I play Lev, who is a combat medic who has somehow gotten involved with possibly the weirdest crew in the galaxy. But it's fine.
Are they weirder than us?
I don't know. Like, Violentus was pretty weird.
I didn't meet those people.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yes, time. Give me time.
We're about to go through an active war zone for a fetch quest.
It's going to be so
as we
much
attempt to avoid the plot.
As God intended.
Yep.
Well, let's not go there. Let's take the detour.
Well, that's hilarious. It's like, well, is there any kind of like side quest we could do right now to avoid all of the war? And then it's like, yeah, you have to go pick up supplies for these people who need supplies. The supplies are in the war zone. Damn it!
Funniest thing too was like I rolled a d. There's like 4 regions in Animus Absentis right now, not all of which are war zones, and I rolled a d4 to see which one it would be, and it was the war zone. It's like, we want to avoid the war zone. It's like the dice say no.
Dice say get back to the plot. Which
is one
Lev
of
is
the
fine
regions
with.
the Nether region?
What's that?
Is one of the regions the Nether region?
Ugh.
No, but now I've got to make one like that because
Yeah.
that's just funny.
You're welcome.
That's where Skeeter lives now.
The
Uh,
Nether region.
Oh my god, that would be
Right?
Got a
where
giant
Skeeter would
backup
go.
set up. Got a giant backup set up in the Nether
In the
region.
Nether region.
Thanks.
Oh my god.
I hate it.
It's space, so you can have brown dwarves there.
Exactly.
Anywho's it's
Moving
yeah,
on.
it's gonna be fun.
And that's all for me. I'll be back here next week to see how we deal with messing up repeatedly.
Mhm.
Oh, it's great.
Gonna be awesome.
You're gonna get so
I'm
much.
sure the Fire Nation will just be, oh well, pack up and go home.
And look at these
don't know.
rascally kids.
I think we might be difficult. Like, I mean, there's a lot of them, but I think we might actually be pretty difficult to take down, honestly.
Let's see if we can find some sort of small animal and blame it on them.
It was this dog. It was all this dog.
Oh, there
This
are
dog
no
stole the
dogs.
scroll.
Nope, there are
This,
no dogs.
This
A
raccoon dog.
squirrel.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes,
Raccoon dog.
duck, turtle.
Remember, there's only animal fusions.
This duck
Yes.
dog.
Except for the one bear. There's
The
Yeah.
one bear.
There is
Yes,
one
the bear.
normal
Place
bear.
is weird.
Yes.
all right,
Regular normal bear.
that just leaves me my favorite part. It's always hard to pick one because everything's always so good. I've enjoyed getting more familiar with the Avatar Legends system. That was a favorite part for me because I've read up on how it works and everything, but reading and actually running it are two very different things. So I've been enjoying that. That was definitely a favorite part, is just trying something new from the GM side. But definitely all the character interactions were amazing. I'm living for the awkward interactions between Somo and Vespora, especially the introduction.
Yeah. that was
It was
so-
Beautiful.
So
I'm homeless.
as of this morning.
Yeah.
Technically, I am homeless, honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
Chang's just personality and desire to do all the things. It's such a perfect 13-year-old boy attitude on life, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I can feel the anxiety in Narioshi, the way you do his voice and his actions. Like, there's a lot that isn't said out loud that I can pick up on Narioshi because of just how you're playing him, and it's really cool. So I loved all of your characters and how you're doing them. I think that was probably my favorite part, aside from just getting to do an Avatar game and
You
learn a
have
new
to say
system.
that. Because you love us.
I do love all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Where you can find me next will be in about 3 hours, right back here for Welcome to Madison. I'll be producing that, so you won't actually see me, but I will be talking a couple of times at the beginning and end, and I'll be behind the screen. But that's a cool game. It's a surreal horror. It's a great cast. You should definitely come watch that. And then, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time over on our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/RAVVYN. Excuse me. There will be episode 56, I think, of Animus Absentis, which is what we were talking about before. It's a sci-fi set in a post-capitalistic galaxy where giant corporations rule everything. And our crew is definitely out there to kick the hornet's nest as much as possible. It's a really good show. Highly recommend coming and watching it. And then things to share or plug is just our sponsors, which is Fundamental RPG. It's a simple D20 system. It's not tied to a genre, so you can use it to play any style of game that you would like, from high fantasy to sci-fi, like we do in Animus, and everything in between. It looks like this, and you can pick up the physical copy on Amazon, or if you prefer a PDF, you can grab that at coffee.com/Raven It's spelled on the right-hand side of the screen. And as Paladin always says, the fun is free with every purchase. And our other sponsor is Die
Mental,
Hard Dice.
however, that's going to cost you. That's where they get you.
Yeah.
In the demental.
Oh, goodness. Our other sponsor is Die Hard Dice. They're amazing. They sell incredible polymer and metal dice sets and accessories. Go check out their stuff at dieharddice.com. If you use the code FUNRPG, all capital letters, you can get 10% off of your order. And I highly recommend checking out this set in particular that I used tonight. It's the Embers Kazan set. It's a metal set, and it's a little hard to see in the camera, but there's like little dragon scale detailing on all the faces of the dice. They are one of my absolute favorite sets in terms of just straight up aesthetics. They're gorgeous, so I highly recommend checking that out. And then if you want to catch up on any shows that we have over on Twitch or here on YouTube, you can find all of those just right here. Go to the playlist section of the channel, and there will be a playlist for each show, so you can catch up on everything. There's also quite a few of them over on the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network. If you are a member over there, so you can check that out as well. I think that is everything, and I'm going to go before I get more tongue-tied. So I will see you all back here in a little less than 3 hours for Welcome to Madison. Bye, everybody.